All right, what's up, everyone? So, I guess today is just going to be a little bit of a podcast rant because I'm sure, as pretty much everyone on Earth knows at this point, we have made contact with some sort of alien race. And a lot of what people are wondering is because this race is so much more advanced than us, technologically, intellectually, what do we have to offer and the dangers that they pose to us? So I figured I'd do a nice podcast rant on this topic. So, in my opinion, at least, the only reason that Earth should be saved, humanity should be saved from something like an alien attack or just a much more advanced alien species, is honestly just the bonds of people. There's not a lot much more in the world that's really worth anything past technology and intellectual capacity. We have the great thinkers of the world, but if we have got a race of aliens much more advanced than us, there's no point. That's not something that's going to save us. It's not something that we hold dear at that point. So I do think that it's the importance of bonds and friendships and just the connections we have with other humans that is really what holds us together as a unique species, a unique hive mind of people. No matter where you are from, no matter who you are, no matter how you think, you have a friend group, you have friends, you have people that you care about. There's people that you connect to, and I think that's really all there really is to life. You can lose everything you ever have or ever want, but you'll never truly be at a bad place in your life if you have people backing you up and if you have people that you care about. So, I mean, that's the only real way I think that humanity would be saved from a race like this is we have those connections to each other. There is downfalls of humans. Plenty of reasons we shouldn't be saved. War, disease, terrible atrocities of humankind, dropping of the bombs on Hiroshima, World War II, serial killers, terrible crimes. The world is plagued with evil just as much as it is redeemable by good. The world is stricken with grief, suffering. It's a war-torn wasteland, most of the world. So much history, so much defeat. But the upside of that is the importance of what's kept us together. A world in distress, much like we are now, a world in distress is only kept together by the strings that are so firmly planted. It's not the fact that we are war-torn and destroyed and capable of such evil acts and atrocities of mankind. It's the fact that we're capable of that, yet there is still another side that has kept us together. I think no matter what alien race, no matter what outside force threatens humanity, regardless if it ends in destruction or destruction of our planet, of our peace, there is nothing that can stop the bonds between people. If the world's going to end, the first thing you do is go to the people you care about. And I think that shows something about humankind. So this is a message to the aliens that we currently have contact with. This is a message to the species that we've made contact with. I know you're recording, or I know you're listening. The reason humanity should be saved is because of our well-being, the way we treat each other. There's not many reasons in the world that people or species should be spared. Nature itself is gruesome, but it's the way things work. There's predator and there's prey in nature. But with great challenges of humanity, we've outgrown being simple monsters, simple animals among the other kingdoms. Some would say it's a bad thing because of our domain of the planet. But we are truly a magnificent species to have evolved this far. There's predator and there's prey, but as humans, we've evolved. We can pick our diet. In the wild, a tiger chases its prey, But we have the capacity to say no. We have the capacity to change the way that we think, change the way that we want to live our lives because of how evolved intellectual we are. We have a connection to each other that means more to us than sometimes necessities in life. We have sayings like, I'd take a bullet for you. I'd jump in front of a train before you. Even simple things like, if your friends jumped off a bridge, would you too? It shows the immense connection between humans that no other species has. Every other species, unless it's a bond of mother to child, father to child in nature, we are a truly compassionate and passionate species. We are a species that, without regard to our own lives, we will jump in front of a bullet to save another. We have jobs where men and women alike, no matter strength or size, run into burning buildings, into gunfire, into countries they don't even know, just for the sake of defending what they think is right, and that is their family. That is their friends, that is their connections to other people. If it wasn't so important, we wouldn't have soldiers. We wouldn't have firefighters, and we wouldn't have policemen. If the connections between people wasn't so strong, people would not be willing to lay down their lives for strangers for the greater good. The sense of greater good proves the point of why humanity needs to be saved. If we see a bigger picture outside of ourselves, outside of our species, that proves the connection that we have and the reason that we are here. We have faith, religion. It drives us. People find reasons to, no matter how bad their situation is, no matter how much they've screwed up their lives due to our societal confinements, they find a way to get out of it. And oftentimes, it is the connections they have to other people. It is the way that they find courage to move. Whether you're somebody being trained in a boxing gym, if you're getting trained to fight, if you're getting trained to do a sport, or you're a guy that can barely afford to have a radio in his car, if you can barely afford a car, if you can't have a car, you listen to someone, you watch someone on TV that gives you that extra motivation, somebody that gives you that drive in life that says, I want to not be where I am now because of the people around me. That's why we deserve to stay here. It's the love. It's the love between people. Love is a strong thing, and it's not something that all animals have. We like to, domesticate animals, think of them as lovey-dovey creatures, but humans have a truly unique way of thinking about love. We have many definitions of it. We have many ways of connecting it. We have so many interpretations of love that it is what holds us together. You lose a loved one, it hurts your heart. It physically stops you from doing things. And that speaks volumes for how things work. In the wild, an animal mourns the death of its cub, but it moves on. In our world, though it's a sad occurrence, some people don't move on. And I think that's important to hold on to. Because regardless of tragedy or the hurt that something imposes upon someone, it is important to hold true to the fact that people impact the way we think, and the way that we think impacts people. That's why we pick up positive and negative, just vibes around people. If you're around sad people, you're just going to be negative. There's going to be negative feelings coming towards you. But if you're around positive people, that's where you skyrocket. And if these aliens can't see that, we deserve we deserve to be destroyed. Humanity is worth fighting for. Humanity is worth being saved because of the word humanity itself. We have the bonds that hold us together. That means if this alien race wants to destroy humanity, we'll take it with a smile on our face and our hands held together. And that is what's important. Regardless of Savior not being destroyed, it's the capability of the human mind and the human connection that matters. So if there's anything that the aliens are going to listen to this. Humans deserve to be saved. And if you don't think so now, let us prove it. Humans have a capacity like no other to love, to learn, and to teach each other how to be better in this world. Terrible things happen and we learn from them. Terrible things turn into good things. The short term is nothing but a chapter of the journey. And often, many books end well. You have to have the understanding to look at humanity and see not its outcome, but its potential. Everything in life, everything ever is a gamble. And there's a high chance that Earth gets destroyed. There's a high chance that humanity is not worth anything. It is deemed that it does not require saving. But that's what makes it precious. Life isn't beautiful because it lasts. Everything has a time limit. And that's the bonds that we share. You make close bonds because you know they don't always last. You do fun things because you know you might not get the chance to do it again. And that's what's important. That's why we deserve to be saved. We have the understanding to see the potential in front of us and take it. We have the responsibility to gamble for the greater good. You have a chance to save someone, you take it. You have a chance to get rid of something evil, you take it. You have a chance to compromise, to save someone, to help someone, to be close to someone. You take it. That's what humans are. Some would argue there's bad or good, but there's good and bad in everybody. It's the environment they're in and the environment that they grow up in. It changes who you are. Regardless of bad or good, there is potential in everybody, and it's the potential that you need to gamble on. We have terrorists, we have crime, we have killers. But that is far outweighed by the achievements of inventors, geniuses, entrepreneurs, the people that change the world, the people that change the way we think. We have entertainment, movies, the things that make people happy far outweigh the bad, and that's what's important. And yeah, things may be bad, things may fluctuate, but the human capacity to wait and hope and know that all bets might be off. You're down. It's bad. But to hope and know that there's light at the end of the tunnel is what humanity is. It's why humanity deserves to be saved. These aliens, if they're going to destroy us because they don't see the importance, it's a true shame. They see differently than humanity. There's great evil and there's great good in everything. But if you're convinced you're stuck in the darkness, all you're going to find is darkness. But if you're hoping for a light at the end of the tunnel, it's often easy to find it. And I think that's what's important. I hope this message makes it clear, and I hope it reaches this alien race. It's getting sent directly to them, and I hope this impacts them. Think about the gamble, the potential of humanity. We are truly compassionate, loving people. We have the potential for much higher than we have the potential to fail. We often surprise ourselves, so give us the chance for our bonds to prove our worth. We have worth. Not to you. We don't owe it to anybody. We don't owe it to nature to show our bonds. We owe it to each other. And that's the importance of humankind. I hope this message reaches you well. Take the gamble on humanity. We're worth it.